Hi guys, this is Gaz. Welcome back to my blog. So I've been pretty quiet for the past few months, and a project I started thinking about working on was reviewing the top 250 movies on IMDB. If you check out one of my earlier videos, I talk a little bit about one of my great passions, which is movies. So I thought, hey, I'll review the top 250 movies on IMDB. So I thought I'd have a scout around first to see if anyone else was doing that already. So I checked out YouTube, Vimeo, and Dailymotion. And on YouTube, I found this American girl called Wyndham Rice, that filthy casual, and she'd started doing the exact same thing. It took me a while to get going, really. I haven't really, in the last couple of months, been able to do anything, but I've been religiously watching her videos, and I've linked her down below here so you can check her out. So she's maybe 8 or 10 movies in now, something like that, and I've been watching the videos, and I thought what would be really quite cool is to do a companion piece to those videos. So I've picked 4 to start with. That I'm going to do a companion piece for. These are films that I've watched, some more recently, and some that I've seen a few times, but I'm going to review them as a companion piece to Wyndham's reviews. So, a little bit of an introduction there as to what you're going to start to see on the blog over the next few months. So, I'm going to start with Metropolis. So if you check out Wyndham's blog on YouTube, the link is below, you'll see her review of Metropolis. So Metropolis, 1927 movie, directed by Fritz Lang. It's a silent movie, and being quite a movie buff, I mean, I thought I'd seen a lot of films, and I think I've seen probably 120 or 30 of the top 250. But I'd never seen a silent movie. I'd seen The General, the Buster Keaton movie. I think I've seen some Laurel and Hardy stuff, but I'd never seen Metropolis or anything of that kind of ilk. So I kind of I wasn't sure about it. I watched Wyndham's review, and if you watch, I won't go over the same ground that she's gone over, but it's a restored version that's just been released. There was cut footage when it first was released. People weren't crazy about the length. It was too long, so it got cut, and that cut footage was lost. It's recently been restored. The footage was found. It's been restored. It's 2.5 hours long. So I was thinking, oh, am I going to be put off? I wasn't sure whether I actually wanted to watch a silent movie that was 2.5 hours long. So it's on YouTube. You guys should check it out. It's on YouTube. So I put the movie on. Within maybe the first 15-20 minutes, I was blown away. Seriously blown away. I mean, this is for 1927. This is an exceptional piece of movie making. The acting. They've got nothing to vocalise, so they've only got their actions, their features. So, you know, whilst it's over the top, it is absolutely perfect. It's spot on. The score was what really, I think, drew me in. I'm a big fan of music as well. I think in more modern movies now, people don't notice the score as much. It tends to get lost, and something that made me particularly think more about the score of a movie was I got a free CD once from Empire magazine, the movie magazine, and the last track on it was The Battle from Gladiator, which was composed by Hans Zimmer, and it was a soundtrack album. It had loads of different other songs on. This last track was superb, and then when I watched the movie back, I could hear more of the score. The first time I'd seen that battle scene, you're more engrossed in the battle scene, you don't really hear the score, and I think that's very true of modern movies now. But back then, the score was all I had. Now the score is absolutely phenomenal. You know, the music, as Wyndham says on her review, the music sets the tone for what's about to happen. So you get a good inkling of where the story's kind of going, if it's going to be dramatic, if it's going to be sad, if it's uplifting. So, you know, the score was massively important, and it is so good. And it was the score that kept me kind of drawn into that movie for 2.5 hours. And you know, thinking back to that little point I made about the Gladiator score, the track of the battle, that kind of is what kept me interested. But to be honest, this whole movie I was blown away with. I wasn't expecting to be. I thought I wouldn't sit for 2.5 hours and watch a silent movie. I did. I absolutely loved it. You know, for the time, like I say, I think it's an absolutely masterful piece of movie making. Everything about it, the script, the story, the acting, the effects, you know, and the score especially. But the story itself, and again, I'm not going to cover the same ground as Wyndham. If you check her review, you'll see that she goes through the story from start to finish. But the story for me, although it wasn't complicated, it was batshit crazy. You know, even for now, for 2015, I still think it's a little bit batshit crazy. So for 1927, you know, this is just short of 100 years ago. You know, it must have been, for some people, completely unthinkable, unimaginable, that, you know, somebody would, a city would be controlled by all these machines and all these people. There was a class separation. Is very much a movie about, you know, class separation and workers being workers and working, you know, religiously and consistently to the point of death, and the people that run that, and those stories are still very true today. You know, that's still very apparent today. There's still very much a class system. There's still very much a hierarchy of people who have all of the wealth, and those that don't, who struggle and everything else. So it shows fantastic foresight from Fritz Lang, who wrote the screenplay with his wife as well as directed it. So fantastic foresight from him, and astuteness about, you know, class issues, the way governments and cities are actually ran. So when you combine that all together, for the time that it was made, I mean, for me, this has to go into one of the top handful of greatest movies ever made, because there's a lot of factors combined that make it so great. I'm going to go one higher than Wyndham. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a phenomenal piece of movie making. I think you should check it out if you get the chance. The restored version is on YouTube, so go and check that out. Thanks very much for listening to the blog, watching the blog today. If you check out that filthy casual Wyndham Rice, I've linked her down below and her page with her reviews on. There's going to be a few more of these coming as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.